Yeah, because well, I read somewhere that it was the album, an instrumental album by him. I haven't heard it, but an instrumental album by him, I think 1.5, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's specifically set you on the track to Simon O'Reilly. What struck you about that album?
A friend of mine sent me a little record called Tidelines, which was created by Simon O'Reilly in his home in County Clare in the west of Ireland. And the album is instrumental, and it's instrumentals that he created with a combination of acoustic instruments and loops, and so it has a very acoustic but also a very electronic feeling to it. And it is a beautiful atmosphere on this record, and it's very simple but just a beautiful atmosphere, and it has this sort of ambient feeling that I listened to it and I felt I could definitely sing songs with this guy. And then when I met him, we got along really well, and I thought, and we had this fantastic conversation about, it was the only really serious conversation we had about the record, and I told him all the things I didn't want.
For example?
I didn't want any drum solos, I didn't want a drum kit, no guitar solos, I didn't want it to sound like a rock album. I wanted it to have a little bit of the element of maybe Café Del Mar or Air, you know, with a nice atmosphere, a nice little pulse. Instead of talking about rhythm, just talking about pulse and like a heartbeat and something that flows very naturally. And that was the only conversation we had. And then he created, every month he would create maybe 5 or 6 tracks of music, and he would post them to me, and I would listen to them in my home and sing. I'd just walk around my living room just singing to his music, and over a period of months songs began to evolve, and then we went to France to a studio and finished it off.
So he made some demos. Okay.
Yeah,
he made
call
music.
them demos.
Okay. Demos to these tracks.
Yeah.
To these tracks, and then he sent them to you. Could you say to him, well, I would like to have a bridge over here, and maybe you can change that. Okay.
He allowed me to be the editor.
Okay.
He allowed me to do that because obviously, if we were trying to construct songs, they're going to have a little bit of a different structure than just instrumentals. He knew he wasn't composing instrumentals. He was composing the foundation for me to create songs.
What did you learn from him?
Good question. I learned that it's good to trust someone. It's good to trust. It's good to make a decision to trust someone, and I made a decision to completely trust him. I didn't get in the way, I didn't interfere, I just said, no, you create the music and I'll sing. Was it hard to all the way to trust it? Yeah? No. Because I can imagine what you've written many albums and that you thought, well, maybe, I don't know. No, we were very open with each other, and he was completely open. If I would say to him, this piece of music here is really beautiful, save it for your next instrumental album because I can't write a song with it. It's not possible for me to sing with this. This other one here is beautiful, I will sing with this one, but can we make it 2 minutes longer? Can we make it 3 minutes shorter? You know, can we repeat this section here? And we had a really good open relationship with each other, where sometimes we had little arguments, but most of the time it was very free and honest and open. And in a situation where you can be free and honest and open and be yourself and allow that person to be themselves, then it's absolutely perfect decision to completely trust them. And that's one of the things I learned from this album, is again the beauty of trusting someone in a relationship. And what do you think he has learned from you? You'd have to ask him that. Okay, well, maybe he told you. Well, no. Could be. He said, well, maybe he learned to keep away from singer-songwriters. I don't know.